Vaibhav this side, and in this video I want to share with you how you can control your mind, and especially in this modern age where we are overly stimulated by social media, society, TV, news, why it is so difficult to control your mind. Make sure that you stick till the end of the video, as I am going to discuss some basic principles that you can use in your life so you can begin to gain control over your mind and start to really consciously create the reality that you desire. Before I begin, I want to take a minute to announce that I am doing a free giveaway of my book, Reality Bending. If you want to enter into the competition to win it, just make sure that you subscribe to the channel and comment Reality Bending in the comment section. And every single Thursday, I am going to pick one lucky winner to give my book completely free in the ebook format. And with that, let's get started with this video. So in this video, I want to discuss how to control your mind and why it is so difficult to control your mind. And it is majorly because the majority of the people are living their life on the autopilot mode. And this is the main reason that people really don't live the lives that they wanted to live, because they have been programmed to think a certain way and they have not gained the conscious control over their thoughts, over their mind and emotions, right? They have not gained conscious control over their state of being. Therefore they continue to get the same result in their life, and this is because their mind is on autopilot. They are living their life on autopilot mode every single day. And if you look around you, you can see that every single person is living in an overly stimulated environment, right? Everyone's on their phone. The other day, I was traveling in metro train, and every single person around me was just looking at their phones, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and I think at least 80% of them were staring at their phones. It's like we are living in this zombie world where every single person needs to get constantly stimulated, right? We have become hooked and addicted to our little devices, and that's why our brain have become so dopamine addicted that our reward centers that gives us that dopamine spikes, that's have been completely desensitized, right? And the reason that is happening, it's because every time you get a notification on your phone when you scroll through TikTok, Instagram, it's equivalent to gambling, where you get this dopamine hit because you don't know what's coming next, right? You scroll down your feed expecting something interesting to come, so you keep checking over and over again expecting something interesting to show up. This is the kind of behavior we keep doing because we get this dopamine hit, and because we keep doing this, what happens to our brain is that our brain start to become hyper reactive, right? So our mind start to become hyper reactive to every single little things, and when our brain, our mind are reactive, there is no space in there for response. There is no space in there for proactivity, right? Which is exactly what's needed in order for you to control your mind. So it's like everyone is operating on autopilot mode, and there is no conscious awareness around our thoughts and actions, right? So the question becomes how we can control our mind. And to answer that, let's take a moment and think about it. To control a system, there must be a separation between the system and the operator, right? So let's say this is your mind and these are the thoughts, right? And let's call it the system. Now, so to control your mind, there has to be a separation between the system and the operator of the system, right? And this operator is close to what's known as consciousness or awareness, right? Now think about it for a second. The reason you can observe that you have a thought is because there is something beyond your thought and mind, right? Who is observing these thoughts, right? So this observer is your consciousness or your awareness, right? But because your mind is so reactive, there is no space between the mind and the observer. Just like there is no separation between the system and the operator. Because of your mind being so reactive, operator is tied up with the system, right? It's just becoming muddled up. Because of this reactivity, we don't have control over what thought we want to nurture and what thought we want to get rid of. When you detach your awareness from your mind and you stop identifying with your mind, then when you operate from awareness, then you can make conscious decision of the thought that are flowing in the mind. This is only way that you will gain control over the mind, right? So the extent to which you can focus on wanted thoughts and eliminate unwanted thoughts shows how much you have progressed on your journey of your spiritual path, right? A very conscious person will be able to get rid of unwanted thought just like that. But unfortunately for us, it's very difficult to get rid of those unwanted thoughts of guilt and fear and doubt and anxiety, right? And this is because we have no control over our mind. It's been jumbled up with all of the things and all of the data that we have seen in our external environment. And why this is happening is because our mind has become extremely reactive, and because something is reactive, it cannot be proactive. So goal now, in order for you to control your mind and your destiny, will be to establish this proactivity, right? So now I want to share with you the three keys that will help you to get in control of your mind and control urges and desire and not give in to them, right? And do not become an addict. Okay. So key number one is to observe your thoughts without reacting. So whenever you have a thought or you have an urge that arises, take a few moments and just delay that urge longer, right? It's not that you don't have to go with that urge and that desire, but to just take a few moments to observe it. Take a few moments to just let it be. So to give an example, let's say there is notification sound on your phone. Instead of you jumping on your phone to check the notification, just take a few moments and just sit still and observe that urge and observe your craving to check the phone and look at the body, getting pulled to take the phone on your hand. When you do this, you immediately create a separation between the mind and the body and the awareness that occupies this body and mind, right? It's like your mind and your body is a vehicle and the awareness is the driver of this vehicle. When you are reactive, this vehicle and this driver, they become one. But when you observe it, now there is a separation between the body and the mind and the awareness, right? The more you start to do this, the more you start to establish this separation, you gain the power to be able to direct this body and mind the way that you want. Okay, now you become the controller of the game and not the game itself. So just try this out. Next time you have any urge, maybe after dinner you want to have dessert, before you dive into the dessert, sit still for few moments and observe that feeling that comes out, that intense longing for the dessert, that intense longing for the food. Just by doing this little practice every single day, you will see how you are going to grow your consciousness level. This is something that personally helped me out a lot, because the more I just keep going into with my desire and going into my urges, the more reactive I became, and more I became this puppet pulled by the strings, where I was just being pulled by my desires. I was just being pulled by my thoughts. Instead of having conscious control over my thoughts, instead of having space to actually reflect on whether or not this will be beneficial for me or not. So that's the key number one: observe without reacting, right? And key number two is to sometimes just learn to do nothing. Allow yourself to be bored more often. I realized in my life, I was at certain point where it was very difficult for me to sit down and do the work. There was hardly like any moment of concentration where I don't get distracted by little things, and it was very difficult to have prolonged period of concentration like 1 hour, 2 hours, right? Just sitting down and completely focused without being getting pulled by anything. It was very difficult for me to focus for more than 10 minutes. I would do focus for 10 minutes on my work, and I would check my phone for 15 minutes, and then do work for another 10 minutes and check my phone for 15 minutes, right? And the reason behind that was because in this modern age, we hardly allow ourselves to get bored. Think about it. We are extremely stimulated by our environment, and all this notification is turning us into addicts. And this is why there are so many attention deficit disorders nowadays by much higher rates, because we have these phones, TV, and whatnot to keep us stimulated, right? So when doing boring tasks like studying and working on your business, your mind crave for this dopamine hit, right? You eventually end up checking your phone or TV, etc. So the core lesson here is to be bored more often. Whenever you feel bored, instead of trying to fill up that void of boredom, allow yourself to be bored. Allow yourself to take that time to reflect on things, right? If your attention is constantly getting sucked in by social media and all of those apps and everything, you are not going to be able to dream much farther than that, because your world is going to exist in what you are seeing on your Instagram feed, right? So allow yourself to be bored and to learn how to entertain yourself. Learn to control your state. When you can learn to entertain yourself without needing anything outside of you, intrinsically entertain yourself and keep yourself interested without needing some book or some external source of motivation. Okay, if you can learn to do this, you will truly become the master of your reality. And key number 3 is very essential one, and this is something that will help you to sharpen the blade, which is daily meditation. Essentially, what daily meditation does is it allows your mind to become more and more one pointed. So you can start to have this separation between the thought and the thinker of the thought, right? The more and more this separation rises, the more and more you can be proactive and respond to things rather than reacting to them, right? So daily meditation for 10 to 15 minutes is going to do wonder for you. And the type of meditation that you can do is to either observe your breathing, right? Just breathe normally and you simply observe the in breath and the out breath. When your mind get distracted into some thought, just center it back and bring it back to the breath, right? Without reacting to the thought. Or you can put a dot in front of you and you just stare at that dot for 10 to 15 minutes, and whenever the mind wavers and goes into some thought, just bring it back into the dot and focusing on that, right? So that's how I meditate every single day, and you can also do it, right? And with that, I am concluding this video. I hope that this information has been useful to you. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and comment reality bending to win my book for free. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and peace.